Hello students, my name is Pooja Pathak and today we are going to study some of the questions related to the phylum Arthropoda, which is a practice set for you all. It will help you all to remember all the things which we have studied. Now coming to the two diagrams, actually this is the two diagrams which I kept here just for a revision purpose. Now coming to the first diagram, this is the diagram which represents the crayfish. Here I have kept the diagram because it represents the class Crustacea and which includes the prawns and all. And here it is a green gland which is the excretory organ for the crustaceans. Okay, and it is very important to remember the the respiratory organ and the excretory organs. Now coming to the classification, you can see here the classification. The three subphylums are there for the phylum Arthropoda: the Trilobita, Chelicerata, and Mandibulata. Trilobites, they all are extinct forms. Okay, they were present in the Precambrian region, but during the study we came to know that these actually they have the characteristics related to the phylum Arthropoda. Okay, even they have biramous appendages and all. We afterward we will study. Now coming to the second subphylum, which is Chelicerata. They include Xyphozura and Arachnida. Okay, this is very important. So many times it is being asked Xyphozura and Arachnida. Actually, Arachnida, they include the prawns. They include the palimnus, the scorpions, and the spiders. The scorpion SS, scorpion spiders, they are included into the Arachnida, and Xyphozura, they include the king crab, the horseshoe crab. Okay, Xyphozura, they include the king crab, which is look like the horseshoe crab. Now coming to the Mandibulata, they includes the insect. You can see here Hexapoda. The insects are included into the Mandibulata, and the crustaceans, the prawns and all, that included into crustacea. Chilopoda, you must have seen the centipedes during the rainy seasons. They are included into the hundred leggers. You must have seen the little the animals which is present crawling here and there in the rainy seasons. That is centipedes. They are included into the chilopoda. And diplopoda, they includes the thousand leggers. Okay, the millipedes, which is Zeulus and Spyrobolus and all. Okay, now this was the overview. Let's start with the questions. Now coming to the next question. See, class Arachnida is characterized by the presence of the special characteristics. They have four pairs of legs. Okay, they have four pairs of legs. As you all know, the Arthropoda, they have jointed appendages, so it is very important or unique character for them. What is the now next question? Which of the following is a porometabolous insect? Porometabolous insect is means the insects actually which undergoes so many molting, or we can say the metamorphosis occurs during the development. The metamorphosis occurs with the several stages. Okay, like nymph and all. Okay, nymph, naiads, they include these kind of stages, several stages. Okay, so means they resemble the parents also in some ways, but they have so many steps to evolve. Okay, sorry, to molt. Okay, that is the reason. Now coming to the next question. Actually, porometabolous, they some of the terms related to the porometabolous is ametabolous, holometabolous, porometabolous. Ametabolous means the instars. Actually, the instars, they are known as ametabolous. Actually, the organisms, the when they give rise to the young ones, they resemble completely to the adult forms. They are known as instars, and they are that type of this metamorphosis is known as ametabolous. And holometabolous, when the young one is completely different from the parent, that is the larva, which is known as the holometabolous. And parometabolous we have already studied. Now coming to the excretory organ of Limulus, this is the Limulus, which is belonging to which class? Xyphozura. Okay, horseshoe crab, you can see here. And they have what type of or excretory organ? They have coxal gland. Okay, you can see here they have the coxal gland. Now coming to the next question, respiratory organ of Zeulus. I have already told you all, Zeulus were included into the millipedes. Okay, the diplopoda. In the first classification I have told you, just because of this only I have told you the first of all the classification. Now coming to the organs, respiratory organ, they have trachea. Okay, trachea in their body for the respiration. Now coming to the next question, habitat of the trilobites. As you all know, they were present in the Precambrian form, now they are extinct forms. So this is the fossil, okay, record which is seen in the, which were studied later after Precambrian. So they were the actually after study we came to know they are the marine forms. Now coming to the next question, biramous appendages are present in, actually biramous appendages are characteristic of even the trilobites also and the crustacea also. Okay, why it is biramous? See, you can see here, this is a diagram. The appendages, the swimmerates, actually the appendage which is bifurcated into two. You can see here this is single appendage which is bifurcated into two. So this is biramous. Okay. Now coming to the next thing. The generic name of horseshoe crab. Just now we studied the horseshoe crab is also known as Limulus, and 100 times it is being asked. Trilobite larva is seen in the life cycle of, this is very important, larva. The larva is trilobita larva, and it is seen in the Limulus. Limulus is also known as a living fossil, okay, because it has so many characteristics resemble to the fossil forms, okay. But just because it resembles to the fossil form, they are known as living fossils. Now coming to the next question, respiratory pigment in insect is actually not all insects, but yes, sorry, not all arthropods, but only the insects actually. Some of the insects and some of the other classes also, they have respiratory pigment hemocyanin, but not all arthropods have this hemocyanin. Hemocyanin is a copper containing pigment which is bluish or greenish pigment, okay. Now coming to the next question, characters common to spiders, cockroaches and centipedes. First of all, tell me the classes. Spiders, they belong to the class Arachnida. Cockroaches, they belong to the class Hexapoda, or we can say Insecta, which is the largest class in this animal kingdom. And centipedes, you all know the Chilopoda with 100 leggers. Okay, so they all have one common character which is known as jointed legs, which is the phylum. Actually, arthropoda, it is the main character of them only. Now coming to the next question, book lungs are respiratory organ in class. Book lungs are the respiratory organ are in arachnida. You can see arachnida. I already told you arachnida includes what? Spiders, spiders and spiders and scorpions. Okay, so you can see here the spiders. Spiders has what type of organs? This is the book lung here. Okay, now coming to the next question, crayfish belongs to the phylum. Crayfish, you can see here, this is the this is the crayfish, and which just looking at them only by ramus appendages and all so many jointed appendages, you can say it is belong to which phylum? Arthropoda. Now coming to the next question, the spider spins the web from the secretion of. Actually, spiders, they have one abdominal gland. That abdominal gland only secretes the spider's spins, and that just because of that only abdominal gland, they spins the web. Now coming to the next question, which one is the wrong combination? Wrong combination is the Chelicerata, they have no antenna. Correct. Chelicerates, they don't have antennae because they includes the spiders, scorpions, and limulus. They don't have antennae. You can see, and actually, antenna is the characteristic of the mandibulata. Okay. Now coming to the hexapoda, they have metamorphosis. Correct. That is also correct. Now crustacea, they have statocyst. Yes, correct. They have the balancing organ. So the one characteristic which is not correct, which is chilopoda. Chilopoda, they have gnathociliarium. Actually, gnathociliarium is the characteristic of millipedes and all. Okay, this Julius and all, because this is, nathociliarium is the fusion of actually maxillae to form the lower lip. Okay, that fusion of this maxillae to form the lower lip, that is the characteristic which is known as nathociliarium. Now coming to the next question, gregarious pest insect is actually, gregarious pest is locusta. Locusta, you can see here, gregarious means they live in a group. Okay, they live in a group. So this characteristic also is seen in the insect honeybees also. Okay, now coming to the next question, insects are, they are a monotelic, ureotelic or uricotelic. Actually, they are uricotelic. Okay, the least toxic substance they stores. Now read the following statement regarding the arthropods. Identify the correct combination. Which one is the correct combination? You have to tell me. Arthropod undergo ecdysis to facilitate growth. Correct. Okay, they undergo ecdysis to facilitate growth. During the growth, they undergo so many molting, and ecdysis helps them. Okay, now coming to planula larva is seen in during the development. No, they don't have planula larva. Okay, in evolution, striated muscles appears for the first time in the arthropod. Very true. Striated muscles also first appeared, and in during the evolution, the arthropod were the first animal to fly. Hemocyanin is the respiratory pigment in all arthropods? No. All arthropods does not have hemocyanin. Only few, like insects and all, they have the hemocyanin pigment, but not all arthropods have. So the which correct one will be the 1 and 3. Now coming to the next question, choose the incorrect statement from the following. Which one is the incorrect statement? See, they have biradial symmetry. Bilateral symmetry? No, they have bilateral symmetries. It is incorrect. See, now it will be the incorrect one. So first one is incorrect. Arthropods exhibit closed type of circulation? No, they have open type of circulation because they have spiracles and all, you have seen the trachea and all. So they have actually open type of circulation. They don't have tubes, okay, running tubes through which they don't have vessels, okay. And enterocoelomates, they are enterocoelomates, the largest phylum with enterocoelomates? No, they are eucoelomates. They are true coelomates, but they are caesocoelomate. Means the coelom will be formed by the split ends of mesoderm. Okay, they are not enterocoelomates. They are eucoelomates but not enterocoelomate. First time striated muscles appear in the arthropod? True. So this is the correct answer. First one. Sorry, fourth one. So the correct will be all except 4. This is very confusing, student. While doing such kind of questions, you have to be very careful. See, all 3 are wrong. The only correct is 4. So the answer will be all except 4. Now coming to the next question, identify the wrong combination. Which one is the wrong combination? Green glands, excretory organ of scorpion. This is the wrong one because scorpions in they belong to the class which one? Arachnida, because arachnida includes scorpions and spiders. So spiders and scorpions, they have coxal glands as a excretory organ. They you have seen that previously also. They don't have actually excretory organ. These green gland. Green gland is the characteristic of crustaceans. Okay, the, the prawns. The mandibles, biting appendages of millipedes. Correct. The book lungs, which is present, respiratory organ, primitive spiders. Yes, just now I have shown you all the diagram. The primitive spiders, they have respiratory organ, book lungs. Now poison claws, defensive organs for centipedes. That is correct. So the incorrect will be the this one. Now coming to the parasite on the crab. See, this is very important actually. See, this is the diagram. Now I'll show you the diagram. See, this is a crab. Okay, this is a crab. Here one, you can see the small this structure. This one, this is a saculina. Okay, this is a parasite which always attack on the crabs. Why? Actually this saculina parasite, they lives with the crab, and they actually, what it does, actually they make the males of this, they make them sterile. Actually they look like resemble to the females. Okay, this male crab will look like to the female, or they make them sterile so that they will never able to further reproduce. Okay, so this is the characteristic of this saculina. So this is very important example for the parasite of the crab. So thank you student for listening my lecture. Thank you.